Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek TV at Gen Con 2050. I'm sitting down with Stephanie Straw and Stephen Bonacore of Stronghold Games.
You've been Bonacore.
Hi.
Mwah.
No, you're not in this.
I don't get.
Yeah.
All right, well, you a few years ago put out a reprint or refreshing of one of my all-time favorite games, which is Survive!
That's right.
Exclamation point.
Yeah.
And now, even though you moved the box away, we now have a new and spacier version, which is Survive!
Stronghold
Space Attack.
Club.
No, it's Survive Space Attack.
Okay,
That's
sorry.
it. Anyway.
Exclamation point.
It's after Space Attack.
Yes.
Okay, got it. So Survive Space Attack!
So you probably want to know what it's about. Why is it different?
I do.
Why do you care about this game? Well, first of all, Survive Escape from Atlantis has been my best-selling game year after year,
I'm so happy to hear
and it
that.
continues
It's such a good
and it
game.
continues to increase. It is literally, in my humble opinion, the ultimate gateway game.
Yeah.
They talk about Ticket to Ride like that, or Settlers, of course, like that. But they're a little gamerly, which is good. This is gamerly, but everybody. You can play this with your grandmother. You can play. It says 8 to adult on the box. You can play this with 6-year-olds. They get the game, but there's enough game that gamers dig it too.
Yeah.
And we've even added more game into the game to ratchet it up a notch.
Outgamed the game.
We've outgamed the game,
Yeah.
yo. Yo.
Don't do that again.
Don't, yeah. I'm just not cool. I know, I'm not cool.
Us three at this table,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
so
Not a good
down
idea.
with you. Okay, so how is this different
Well,
than
what you're going to get is that same base kind of game. That's first. We did not take the Survive out of Survive. So, instead of an island, of course, we now have a space station. Space station here, it would set up the same way as Survive. It's all nice and together.
And
See
we've
this
got-
outline here.
Yep.
Yeah, we got the same three level of pieces.
No, we have 4, and that's one of the differences I
Four.
mentioned later. There's now 4 thicknesses of tiles. So you get the same thing. It's going to be going away, and your guys are all going to start on the space station, and the aliens have started an attack. And you've got to get off in some of the similar ways. You now have escape pods versus boats to get off, and of course you can be a floater now as a guy. Yeah, it sounds a little gross, but he's out there in space and he's trying to swim away, float away.
Yeah.
So that portion is exactly the same. So what differences do we have, Stephanie? What differences do we have here in these pieces?
I mean, obviously, you have these little pegs that fit in here, and that's cool. And these little ships and escape pods.
What's a fighter do? A fighter goes after the aliens. You can jump in a fighter,
Fight back.
shoot at the aliens,
Yes.
destroy an alien.
No
and
more defenseless boats.
This
yeah.
is an alien, by the way.
Oh yes.
All those
That's
Space
what
Invaders
aliens
kind of
look like,
guy.
yeah.
And we made them look like space invaders. Well, should we even allow to say that? You know, we have queens and spawns. No, these are warriors
Yep.
and spawns. The little black guys
Little
over
blobs.
here, which kind of act like the sharks and the whales and the sea
Krakens.
sea serpents,
Sea-
krakens,
right.
right? But we also now have the fighters, which we just mentioned, and we have laser turrets, which sit on the top of the
Nice.
space station and will shoot at the aliens as well. Other differences in the game, the tiles now have many different powers on the bottom, and they're combinable. There's another color there, it's yellow. And you can combine tiles together to get even bigger effects. The creatures can evolve, and they can become more powerful against you. The game board is double-sided. So this is your standard configuration that people know about. It's kind of that round Death Star-like thing.
That slowly disintegrates.
That's disintegrating.
Let's just drop every IP that we can.
Yes, just keep dropping everyone else's name on there. Disney's calling me now. All right. And the other side, you set up the board differently with only 2 jump points. These are where you're trying to get off to the
jump
jump
points.
points on the edges.
AKA islands.
AKA the
Yeah,
safe
safety,
islands. Exactly.
yeah.
So,
Home
so
base.
we've taken the Survive IP, we kept it Survive, but now we've added all these really cool gamerly things in there as well to up the game, so to
Spaced
speak.
it up, yeah.
We spaced
Yeah.
it up.
I feel like you guys kind of won some sort of award by being one of the first ones, I think, to really come out with like a super mega 3mm
Right?
cardboard pile. So
I didn't even
are you
know
up
this.
to 4 now?
6.
6mm.
6mm was the if you just think about this for a second, what kind of force is needed to punch that cardboard?
That's a slammer in Pog right there, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if the camera can pick up the thickness of these tiles, but I mean, we go up to the same size as in the other game, but we've changed the millimeters between. It goes from
Got
2
it.
to 6mm. It's 2, 3.5, 5.2, and 6.2, something like that. But it's
And
really
the
neat.
components are really good. Like I love that they're smooth and there's no rough edges. They're all super finished, high quality.
Well, and I know one thing that was a little tricky with some of the earlier copies of Survive, like these numbers are perfectly and printed within the little marshmallow spacemen here.
These guys aren't falling over because they're nice and round. They're very pawn-like, but if you notice, they also actually look like spacemen. They've actually got detail. Unlike the swimmers, they kind of just like bland blobs. These guys actually, a silly little thing, my artist, Bill Bricker, who did the art for this, looks phenomenal. As soon as I asked him to create these, he goes, we're going to call those Little Stevie, because I'm only a little taller than this guy. So he likes to height joke me.
Yeah.
So same mechanics, same die as before with the different symbols on and stuff like that. The price point is $49.95, and the original game is still going to stay out. It's still going to the game you loved. That's $39.95. We added the more components. We added the $10 price point. I think gamers who love Survive are going to want the game as well because we've just upped that much stuff in the game.
So it's not an either-or type of situation.
Yeah.
If you have Survive, this might still be a good one to add to your collection.
All right, well, that is Survive's Present Time!
Yay!